Hello, my dear warriors. Welcome aboard to the first JEE mock test for your JEE Mains examination 2023. Welcome. And this was the most awaited test series that you guys were longing for. You were asking, sir, we are almost about to be over, to be done with our JEE syllabus, and we want to know how we are scoring. We want some mock tests to be conducted. The popular mock test that we have been doing. Hello Ghaja, hi Sachit, hi Shubham. Hello Harsha, good evening, nice to see you all. So, even if your syllabus is not done, maybe you are watching this class after some time, that is also okay, that's fine. But do write mock tests, guys. That's my sincere advice. That's the only way you can keep a check on yourself. You know, I know this from my past experience of training thousands and thousands of kids, that many students think that, oh my god, if I write mock test, my score will come. What if it is not good? What if it is not above 200? What if it is not above 100? So many thoughts run in your mind and you get demotivated. Yes or no? Hello Aman, hi Kritika, hi Raghavan, hi Krish. Hello, welcome, hi Sri. Good evening Bachalo, good evening my lovely warriors. So, if those are your thoughts, first of all, let me tell you, don't judge yourself, don't be so harsh on yourself, okay? Don't do like that. I mean, every day, every time can't be a good day. So you have to learn and you have to accept. So please learn that quality of accepting your failures, your mistakes. That's the only way you can improve. The first step, they say, of improvement is accepting. And if you are ready to accept now, guys, trust me, you will do extremely well in life. Yes, Bacha, I do know. Paul sir, hello Villain, hi Shivam, hello Krish, yes. So I guess you guys agree with this fact, and with this, let's begin with the class. And my name is Shreyas, I'm the physics master teacher training lots and lots of kids just like you who wanted to go into IITs, and now they are in the top-notch institutes all across the country, and I'm pretty sure next year as well, you guys are going to make my name proud, and your family, your parents, your teachers, everybody are going to be proud talking about you. So if you want to know more about me, that's my Instagram handle. Do not forget to follow me and be my friend. So before we begin, let's start the session. Ready guys, all excited? Show some enthusiasm, show the fire, and make a promise you're going to keep a track of your score till the end. Hello Soft Geo, are you going to keep a track of your score? Okay, if you feel comfortable, post it on the chat. If you don't feel comfortable, it's okay. Just make a note. Don't show it to anyone, no problem, but at least keep a note, yeah? Hai na? At least that much you can do. Very good. So go ahead, smash the like button guys, because the first JEE physics mock test is right on your screen, on YouTube, on your favorite channel, the JEE English channel for all of you. Ready? Looks like many people are ready. Let's begin with the first question coming up on your screen. Oh, let me tell you, the entire PDF, right, is going to be available for you. Entire PDF. Yes. It's going to be available where? On the official Telegram channel. How do you join it? Either scan it or there is a link in the description box. Hi Sanjit. Mani, yes, I have taken your name as well. Yes, I have taken your name also. And I will be taking your name very frequently guys if you start answering. If you are active on the chat box. And even if you are watching it recorded, post how was your score after the session ends, so that you can keep a track. Acha, this YouTube lecture I watched, this much was my score. Acha, next lecture, percentage wise, how much was your accuracy? You can keep a track of it. It will be very good. JEE 2023 is not in January, bacha. Don't worry. Alright, here is the first question. A body is projected up from the surface of the earth with a velocity of 3/4 of the escape velocity. If r is the radius, then what is the maximum height it reaches? The moment somebody sees this question, they will think, acha, I know, I can use h is equal to u square by 2g. Nah, you cannot use that. See, height is u square by 2g formula is applicable only for small heights. And when gravity is constant, here you are throwing it with a speed which is 3/4 of the escape speed. Obviously, it's going to reach a lot of height. Just like you guys are going to reach really large heights, right, in life. Same way, this is also going to reach a large amount of height in its life. So guys, over here, I feel you should use energy conservation. So I'll show you the diagram so that you get an idea. Imagine this to be the surface of the planet or the earth, okay? And you are going to throw you are going to throw that mass with a velocity 3/4 of the escape speed. It will go up, go up, go up and stop. Let's say this altitude is h, but from the center, let's say I call it as small r. From the center, I call it as smaller. So this is the diagram. Here is where it is going to stop. It goes up, goes up, goes up, stops, maximum height, and then it returns. I think I should use energy conservation, right? Over here, it has some kinetic as well as potential. Villain is already saying some option C. I don't know whether it's correct or not. Money saying option B. We'll see whether it is correct or not. Yes, Roji thoughts. Your point has been noted, bacha. So let's use conservation of energy. So according to the conservation of energy, initial kinetic energy, which is half m, velocity is 3/4 of the escape velocity square. Gravitational energy minus gmm by r. The distance of this mass from the center is r. So put a minus. If you don't put minus, you will get minus marks. So minus gmm by r, correct guys, is equal to, when it goes on the top, it stops, yeah? It stops, na? So stops means zero kinetic energy. And also there is some potential energy. So what is the separation between this mass and the center of the earth? It is small r. So I'm going to put minus gmm by small r. Everybody fine till here? What is the next step? I can see some common things like m. I'll just cancel it out for now. And let's see what happens in the next step. So 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16. 16 2s are 32. Okay, escape speed square minus gm by r is equal to minus gm by small r. Now escape velocity, do I know the formula of escape velocity? Yes, I think you should know. Escape velocity is root of 2gm divided by r. Root of 2gm divided by the radius of the planet. So if I square it, see what am I going to get? If I square it, I'm going to get 2gm divided by r. The root vanishes. And here I'm left with 9 by 32 as before. Minus gm by r is there and is equal to minus gm by small r is also there. The best part is many things cancel, like gm gone. 2 goes with 32 16 times. Okay, fair enough. Now solve this, guys. Just have to solve this. What will you get? Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll bring this guy on the other side. So it will become 1 by small r is equal to, this goes on the other side as 1 by r. This goes on the other side as minus 9 by 16 r, which is 16 minus 9. 16 minus 9, guys, is 7. So 7 by 16 r. This clearly tells me small r is 16 r by 7. So I got the distance from the center. Last step, height has to be calculated. So how do I calculate the height? Height will be calculated like this. This is height, this is small r. So it will be small r minus this capital R. That means it will be 16 r by 7 minus r, which is nothing but 9 r by 7. That is your height and that is your answer. And where is it? Option B. Some of you said option B. I saw Mani, Sampath, very good. Am I going to take sessions for 2024? Of course I am. I am going to take it. Yes, definitely. Okay. All right. I'm in the ALI batch. Please give homework in the Tattva material. Okay. So, Mani, I'll do one thing. I'll try to post it in the Telegram channel. Fine. I'll find your Telegram channel, and if you are there, I'll try to post it in the Telegram channel. Have you done 11 portions correctly? Yes, Karthikeyan. If you are asking me, I'm not sure, but if you're talking about something else, somebody else, I'm not sure. So let me tell you, Karthikeyan, there is something called as nurture series, bacha. And by the way, I'm not your bro. So yes, so I'm your teacher. I have done it in the nurture series. You can watch it. All right, Mani Sampath, definitely I will post it. The Telegram channel should be shared with you, I think, by your personal teacher, Sam, or your academic mentor, whosoever it is. Where is nurture series? It is there in the playlist. In case you do not know about it, see guys, I'll show it to you. The entire 11th and 12th standard syllabus is there right over here. Let me just bring it in front of your screen, because I know many students keep joining new on the channel. So I'll just show it to you. Just over here. So when you're watching this channel, right, just go to playlist, all right, go to playlist tab. So when you go to playlist tab, what happens? You can see playlists are there. Last minute revision, Zero to Hero flash series, very good for quick revision, entire syllabus. Zero to Hero is like one shot, Zero to Hero, superhero one shot. Flash is like little bit in between long term and the one shot. Then you have 12th PCMB, this is Pathfinder Physics for 12th. For 11th standard complete syllabus, this is the playlist. So when you click on this playlist, now what happens? The entire syllabus, units and dimensions till last chapter waves, all detailed classes are over here. Isn't this fabulous? Isn't this fabulous, guys? What do you say? Yep. Loving it, guys? Go hit the thumbs up in the, yeah, at the bottom. Great, great. Oh, Karthikeyan knows everything about the channel. Karthikeyan is guiding others. All right, very good, very good. Awesome. Super duper, right? Super se bhi upar. Awesome. Very good, guys. Excellent. Okay, okay, clear. Chalo, let's move on to the next question, guys, coming up on your screen, and here it is. This question looks simple, but there is a small catch. If you miss that, now you're going to get a wrong answer. Observe. A long straight wire carrying current is placed in an external field. The field is acting parallel to the current. The magnitude of the resultant induction in Tesla at 2 centimeters from the wire is. So let's see. What do we do over here? First, start with the diagram. Without the diagram, you will make some silly mistake. Okay, so there is this wire. It is carrying 30 amperes, correct? At a distance of 2 centimeter, what will happen? Use your right hand rule. You will see the magnetic field lines will come out of the board and go inside the board, go out of the board and go inside the board. So I think they are going to go inside like this. And at this point, I can find the magnetic field over here. Let's say I call it B1, B2, B prime, whatever you want to call it, using this formula. B1 is mu naught I by 2 pi r. And I know mu naught is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 divided by 2 pi, and current is 30 amperes. Distance is 2 centimeter, which is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. Now 2 pi, 4 pi goes 2 times. So 2 into, well, we have 30 over here. We have, let's see. Okay, let me just write down one by one. 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. Reason is 2 pi goes with 4 pi 2 times. That's what I have done. This 30 is there as it is. And this 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 is also there. Now you can see this 2 and this 2 will cancel. 10 to the power minus 2 cancel with this, becomes 10 to the power minus 5. Alright, so this eventually becomes as 3 into 10 to the power minus 4. I have swallowed that 0. I just swallowed that 0 and made it 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. Now you'll be like, sir, 3 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla is there. Done. Mark it and go to the next question. Sanjit, wrong. This is wrong answer. Which chapter? Mani Sampa. This is from the chapter of magnetic effects of current, the sources of magnetic field, all those things. This is not the answer. That is why I told you there is a catch. Read the question. There is another magnetic field also. There is magnetic field parallel to the direction of the current. Apart from this, there is another magnetic field over here. Let's say I call that as B2, and this B2 is given to be how much? There is an external magnetic field 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. Guys, there is a field here, there is a field inside. What will happen? There will be a resultant field. Think, aren't they perpendicular to each other? One is inside, one is this side. One is this side, one is inside. Aren't they perpendicular to each other? Can you see that? They are perpendicular. So guys, what is the final answer? The net magnetic field. The net magnetic field, shouldn't it be root of B1 square? Shouldn't it be root of B1 square plus B2 square? Yes or no? Shouldn't it be root of B1 square plus B2 square? 3 10 to the power minus 4, 4 10 to the power minus 4. So it will be basically 3 square plus 4 square, 10 to the power minus 4 common. 3 square plus 4 square, 9 plus 16, 25. So put root 25 into 10 to the power minus 4, which will become 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. How can we do such a big blunder by not considering the other magnetic field? You will definitely get negative marks. Understood? Exactly, Prince 2007. Got it? So that is why you should attend mock test. Is it that you do not know vector addition? You know, right? Do you know magnetic field? Yes, you know. Do you know how to find the resultant? Yes, you know. All the things you know independently. But when it comes together, then you're like, oh my God, I made a mistake. So this is why you should solve many problems. And that too, not just chapter problems, combined problems. That's the reason why I'm here. Okay. Moving on to another beautiful question. Understood, oh, clear, oh, very good, oh, amazing, oh. Moving on to the next question, oh. If the electric potential on the surface of the innermost sphere is 0, innermost surface is 0, okay, then the relation between R1, R2, R3 surface charge density is sigma. Whenever you see sigma in the formula, be it field, be it potential, first think of the formula of potential or field in terms of sigma. I'll explain you what. See, imagine guys, there was just a sphere having surface charge density sigma, radius as r. Then the potential of such a sphere would be given by k q divided by r. K is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is there as it is, and this is r. I got an idea now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write this as q by 4 pi r square. I am just left with one epsilon. I just took an extra r, so to maintain balance the equality, I just need to multiply by r. Why would I do that? Simple. Charge by 4 pi r square is the surface area. Charge by surface area is the surface charge density. So it will become sigma r by epsilon. Sigma r by epsilon will become the potential formula. So I have converted potential in terms of sigma. That's the first step. Whenever you see sigma in the solution, answer, option, question, etc. Next thing, what do you do? What do you do now? Think about it. Okay. Now the question says that the innermost potential is 0. That means the potential of this guy. The potential of this guy, if you take any point over here, so that is 0. So what is the potential at that point? The potential of the innermost shell is due to potential of shell 1 plus potential of shell 2 plus potential of shell 3. That is given to be 0. That is already given to be 0. Hence, potential due to the first shell, use this formula. Sigma, yes, sigma. What is the radius? R1 by epsilon. Okay, next. Plus, sigma is minus sigma. So, minus sigma R2 by epsilon. Correcto? Amazing go? Aage badhengo? Okay. Plus, V3. Yeah, V3, potential due to the largest shell of all. Radius is R3, surface charge density is sigma R3 by epsilon naught. Correct, guys? Okay, so epsilon cancels. Sigma cancels. So what am I left with? 0 is equal to R1 minus R2 plus R3. Bring R2 over here. So R2 will be equal to R1 plus R3. Done, done. Done, done. Just check this out. Option C, yes. C for Captain Shreyas. Awesome. Benedict, I'm sorry, you cannot get 70 plus if you follow all my mock tests. I think I can guarantee you 90 plus. And I'm not joking. I'm not saying just because, oh, sir, what is this? You're chumma saying this. No. I'm not saying this just for the sake of saying it, because many students last year who followed this channel sincerely, followed all the strategies properly, apart from the mock tests, they did self-study. They are right now in IITs. Many of them even got 99.9 percentile just by watching, the lectures and having systematic study with their coaching. That's all. Yeah, I'm not saying this chumma, okay? So, it is possible. I am telling you, it is possible. It's just you need to focus, be dedicated, come to the channel regularly. Just don't keep watching videos. Do self-study. Practice on your own. You have to write it with your hand also. You watch me. Just practicing will not help. You have to watch me. How did sir solve problems? What did sir do? Why did sir do this? All those things you need to be very, very careful and be very alert. Okay, next question. Oh, we use chumma word in this thing also. In Bangalore. Yeah. In Bangalore also, it's the same lingo, bacha. Zozo, yes, I remember you, Zozo. Where have you been? I hope you have not been sleeping. Be regular. Come on, guys. A box containing n molecules. Beautiful question on kinetic theory of gases, gas laws and all of that. Yeah, obviously it's there in physics too. Temperature T1, pressure P1. The number of molecules in the box is doubled, keeping the total kinetic energy of the gas same as before. Interesting. Same box, kinetic energy doubled. Molecules are doubled. Okay. So kinetic energy is same. Sorry. The new pressure is P2 and the new temperature is T2. How do you relate the old and the new pressures? Old and the new temperatures. Very interesting. Okay. JEE will not be in Jan. Definitely Vaishi Pranavi. It is just a rumor which is circulating. So please don't concentrate. That's why we don't, make many videos. Oh, whether exam will be in Jan, whether exam will not be in Jan. See, I know I'll get a lot of views if I make that video. But, for me, your time matters. If I keep making such videos, unnecessarily you will become even more anxious. You will feel, oh, whether it is Sir said correct or wrong. Oh, let me see what other guy is saying. Then you will search one more video. It's a waste of time. So I don't want to waste your time. I told you, right, once. It will not happen in Jan. It will not happen in Jan. Don't worry. Once Shreyas Sir predicts something, it will happen. Okay, chalo, let's see. What do we have over here is the number of molecules in the box is doubled. Acha, the box is the same. That means volume is constant. Okay, great. And keeping the total kinetic energy of the gas same as before. That means kinetic energy is also constant. The number of moles is also doubled because, number of moles. So this is the number of moles will be doubled because the molecules are doubled. All right. Yeah, it is not true. Don't worry about that screenshot. We posted that also on Telegram that it is not true. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now I think I will use the total kinetic energy of the gas formula, which is just given by N CV into T. Number of moles, specific heat capacity at constant volume into the temperature. Number of moles as it is, I'll keep it. CV is nothing but your degrees of freedom into R divided by 2. Okay. And this is temperature. Now let's try to think what and all is changing, what and all is not changing. All right. So let's see, guys. Kinetic energy obviously is the same. F is the degrees of freedom, then change. R is a gas constant, 2 is a numerical constant. So obviously this is a beautiful constant. N has doubled. Whoa, N doubled. So what will happen to temperature? Come on, quickly answer in the chat box. Quickly answer in the chat box. Kinetic energy, same, constant. Fr by 2, constant. N is doubled. So temperature should be what times so that left hand side is constant? Obviously half times. Obviously half times. This clearly tells you final temperature is initial temperature by 2. Done, done, done. That's one of the first answers that I got for temperature. Okay, now let me go to gas laws. PV is equal to nRT, gas law. Correct? Let's see. Number of moles doubled. Volume same. It did not change. I just wrote it down over here. R is a gas constant. Temperature has become half. I just wrote it down here. 2 into half. RHS has 2 and half. 2 into half is 1. Got it? So what does it mean? The entire RHS has got changed one time. Basically what it means is it has remained the same. So LHS should also remain the same. So pressure will remain the same. That means the final pressure will be the initial pressure. That's it. Option B, done, done, done. Let's have a look. Very good. Who was that? Bhanu Teja. Excellent, bacha log. Very good, Soft Geo. These are not PYQs, Benedict. These are some twisted questions, different sources, which you might not be referring to. Sometimes, from our own question bank, sometimes from Tattva, sometimes from my question bank, sometimes from, different books, but not the PYQs. Amazing questions, right? That's what, guys. I make these questions. We make a lot of effort to collect these questions, and all this is for you. I feel bad when, I feel good for you guys, but I feel bad for those guys who are not watching it and who are not learning through this. They are struggling through different question papers, Googling this side, that side, free download, PDF, mock test, trying to break their head. What is written in this? What is this solution? Yaar, I feel bad for them. when sir is doing for free on YouTube, why you should not watch? Okay, next question. For a cell, the graph between the potential across the terminals of the cell and the current drawn from the cell is shown. The EMF and the internal resistance of the cell are, these kind of questions have come in previous year questions, but in a different way. See, this is inspired from PYQ, it is not a PYQ. Beautiful. Yeah, these are JEE level. Benedict, be prepared. You should prepare for the worst. In fact, this is not even tough questions, bacha log. These are average JEE questions. Some questions may be little above average, some questions might be little below, but I have not kept very easy questions. Because then you will feel very confident. You'll be like, very easy questions. Why should I watch? Chill. The weightage of JEE, Abhilash, I will definitely make a video out of it. Yes, all the high weightage chapters. Don't worry. Yep. Okay. Questions are very easy. Some people are like, sir, it is tough, sir. I'm taking time. Okay, let's try to solve this. This one is easy. This is not above average. This is below average. I'll tell you how. See, first of all, understand what this graph means. Here, the current is 0. This particular point, the current is 0. It means it's an open circuit. It's an open circuit. No current flows. And in an open circuit, the voltage difference happens to be the EMF of the cell. In this case, the voltage difference is 2 volts. That clearly tells the EMF is also 2 volts. So that is the first answer. When the current is 0, no current flows, whatever voltage you measure, open circuit terminal voltage is the EMF of the cell. That's a standard result. Next thing over here, this one, this is when the voltage difference is 0. This is when the voltage difference is 0. What is this? This is basically like a short circuit. So this point basically refers, where the voltage difference vanishes off. Okay, there is no terminal voltage difference. Reason being, this point and this point are at the same voltage by connecting a wire across them. So that is basically shorting. That is called as shorting, where you connect both the terminals, and that's when the voltage difference has become 0. Shorting makes the voltage difference 0. In that case, whatever that current will flow, whatever that current will be flowing will be EMF by the internal resistance. The current is already given to be 5. EMF we already found out to be 2. So R will be nothing but 2 by 5 ohms, which is 0.4, which is 0.4 ohms. So that is also the next answer. Where is it? Option B. Yes, very nice. Option B, definitely. Very good, Zozo, Mari, Bhanu, Sanchit. Awesome. Sofgeo, which language I speak normally? See, with my relatives and all, usually it is Marathi. At home with everyone, most of the times it is English. Sometimes it is Hindi with my friends and all. But yeah, usually I speak English, Hindi and Marathi. Those are the 3 languages that I am fluent with. Shorting you did not understand. Vampire, I'll tell you what. See, bacha, look at this like the battery. This is inside a cell. This is your cell. This is your battery. So you took this terminal and connected it to this terminal. That procedure, that process is called as shorting. So 2 wires got shorted means connected. So shorting the battery means connecting the 2 terminals of the battery. So that's when you will see this point and this point has the same voltage. Why? Because there is a wire. This is just a wire. There is no voltage across a wire. There is no voltage. It's a 0 resistance, conducting element. Is that okay? Vampire 127. Nice name though. Yep. Tamil Terila Marimatu. Okay. Anand, point taken, bacha. Definitely I will try to consider your request, and I know many NEET students are also waiting for my physics lectures on maybe some way or the other on English channel. I'll definitely consider. I'll plan something, bacha. Okay, moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. This is easy level. I'm putting it under easy category, not average also. You should give the answer within 20 seconds. I want to see the spam on the chat box. Sir, this is the answer, A or B or C or D. Come on guys, fatafat. Those of you who are watching recorded, do not even pause the video. As you are watching, you should be able to solve this within 20 seconds. Will it be a good time to prepare for info for 11th? Oh yes, definitely. No, Vashi, I will not go anywhere. I am always there for J. J is my love. I am not going anywhere. Alright, obviously if I have produced so many IITians and so many students love me and I love teaching, obviously JEE Physics, I love solving JEE problems, JEE Advanced problems, so I'm not going anywhere from JEE channel. Don't worry, bacha, I'm here, okay. Yeah, but I will definitely consider also teaching for NEET, not just JEE, but maybe someday. A or D? Zozo saying D. I think Zozo is correct, yeah. Zozo has come after a long time, but he's giving correct answers. I hope you're a guy, unless you're a girl, okay. Very good, Sanchit. And JEE Advanced. Wow, we have JEE Advanced also giving correct answers. Clay Tsunami, long time bacha no see. Yep, correct answer is D. Reason is, observe, if this mass is going here, then nothing was going on the top or at the bottom. Momentum was zero in the y direction. After the collision, one mass went up, one mass went down. So their momentums vectorially will cancel. So the net momentum will be zero in the y direction. All the momentum will be in the x direction. Same thing here, same thing here, same thing here. If something is going up, something is going down. Something is going up, something is going down. Something is going up, something is coming down to cancel the y momentum. Here, something is going up, nothing is coming down, gone. So momentum is not conserved. Not correct is the word. Not correct. Not correct. Yes, Marimutu, reading the question matters. Okay, great, cool. Now these days what happens is with the names, no, it doesn't click. Sometimes students come with their parents' account also. Yeah, okay, cool. So here comes the next question on your screen. A uniform cube of side A and mass m rests on a horizontal surface. No diagram given. You have to draw the diagram correctly. I'm not going to draw the diagram immediately. You draw the diagram very quickly. A horizontal force is applied normal to one face at a point directly above the center of the force. Very nice. At a height of a by 4 above the center. Very nice. The minimum value, wow, minimum value of the force for which the cube begins to topple above the edge without the sliding motion. Interesting. I think it's a question on torque, rotational motion, moments, equilibrium. Those are the concepts involved over here. Very good, Zozo. Glad you watched all my previous lectures and completed your backlogs. Benedict, yes, that's why you should solve more questions, and once you get a lot of negative marks, then it sticks in your head. Okay, I have to read the question correctly. I have to read the question correctly. Not correctly, not correctly. The next time you will not make the mistake. Okay. Yes, Clay Tsunami, I know you have been there for a very, very long time and I'm very happy about it. You guys are sticking around, shows your love to the channel and to us. So I think now it's a good time I can start drawing the diagram. So let me show the cube over here. Okay, this is the cube. This is your bottom surface, right? Okay. Now what is given in the question? Force is applied normal to the face at a point directly above the center of the face. This is the face. Okay, this is the face. So what is the center of the face? This is the center of the face. How far is the center of the face? If the side length is A, this will be A by 2. This is how far the center of the face will be. From that, A by 4. From that, A by 4. So this would be probably maybe your A by 4. This is the point where the force is acting like this. Cool? Now when you apply the force like this, a frictional force will come into play this way. Friction will act this way. It will try to prevent it from sliding. It's clearly mentioned without sliding. Cool? Okay. And it will try to topple over this particular edge. About this particular edge, it will try to topple. It will try to topple. So all these points will lose contact as it tries to topple. The normal force will shift here. This is the catch. Many people write the normal from between. Why is the normal not in between? Think logically, guys. Imagine something was there, resting on a surface. When you try to push it, what will happen? All these points are losing contact. Now, see, all these points are losing contact. The edge is where the normal will be, right? Hello, Ashwin. Hi, Naseem. Hi, creator. Welcome, guys. So what next? mg force. mg force is going to act obviously from here. mg force is going to obviously act from here. Last thing is actually showing the distances from this point. So if you extend this line of force, okay, you will notice very quickly that this total distance, because when I measure torque, I need the distance of the force's line of action from the point where I'm measuring the torque. So that distance will be A by 4 plus A by 2, A by 4 plus A by 2, 1/4 plus half is 3/4, so 3A by 4. And this distance, of course, is exactly from the midpoint, so it is a by 2. Cool. So what will I say next? My next pointer will be, since it is on the verge of toppling, when you are applying the minimum value of that force, the torque by the force which will act this way about this point, remember normal is not going to give any torque, friction is not going to give any torque because it is passing through the point. It's passing through the point, correct? Yes, I hope this is clear. Okay, only the force which will create an opposing torque to this guy's torque is mg's torque. This force gives a torque like this mg will give a torque like this. So this torque will be balanced by this mg's torque this way. Everybody with me? Okay, Marimuthu saying D is right. Creator already have mentioned the dates according to me. Just watch my video. It's there as a channel trailer, or maybe you can see expected dates. Just 1 or 2 weeks back only I have made it. I still stick to my prediction though. Okay, I have not changed no matter what has happened because I knew, okay, all this is just random rumors. So this torque will be this length into this force. This length is 3a by 4 into the force F is equal to mg's torque will be a by 2 into mg. So a by 2 into mg. What happens next? What happens next? A gone, 2 goes with 4 2 times. That's it. So I'm just left with the value of the force as 2 times of mg. 2 goes on the top, 3 comes at the bottom. I think that should be the answer. Just check this out. Yep, option D. Very good, Bhanuteja. Very good. Excellent, Marimuthu. Awesome, Zozo. Yep. Very nice. Okay, great. So these kind of questions do come in JEE Mains. Slightly, maybe average or above average because of the length. If you do not know the concepts well, then you will show the normal at a different point, wrong. Next concept, you might make a mistake is drawing the diagram only wrong. Also, measuring the torque correctly is very important. If you do not measure these distances accurately and understand who is causing the toppling, who is opposing the toppling, then also you might make some silly mistakes there. You should also realize normal and friction about this point do not cause any torque. So I have not considered them. Next question on your screen now. If torque is equal in opposite direction, then how will it topple? Okay, interesting question, JEE Advanced. See, this was the minimum value of force for which the cube is on the verge of toppling. At 2 by 3 mg, it will not topple. When you apply more than that, then this torque will be more, this torque will still be the same. So then it will begin toppling. So this is the least value, after which it topples. So whenever you find minimum, maximum values, you are finding for the limiting situation. Maybe it is not happening at that value, it happens after, immediately after that value. Is that okay, bacha? Let's move on to the next one. Here it is. A particle is on a smooth table, force is applied on it, whose force versus time graph is given as shown. See how this graph changes. So I think only one of them is correct. Come on, I want everybody to answer this within 20 seconds. It's a 20-second question, easy question, that's all. Creator, you're in full stress, suggest any advice. What are you stressed about? Not completing the syllabus, or exams too close, or not getting good material? What are you stressed about? Or getting low marks, you have put in a lot of effort. So many reasons why you could be stressed, right? So a particle on a smooth horizontal plane, come on, figure it out. How is the force changing? From that, what do you say? Between 0 to t1, what do you think? Is the acceleration constant? 0 to t1, I think, yeah, the force is varying. In fact, the force is not constant. How can acceleration be constant? Obviously not, because force is mass into acceleration. If force changes, acceleration will also change. Gone. So A option is wrong. Initially, body must be at rest. Just because force is 0, does that mean the body is at rest? Definitely not. This is complete violation of the first Newton's law of motion. Newton's laws of motion says, if force is 0, then the body maintains its state. If it is at rest, stay at rest. If it is in motion, be in motion. It does not say you have to be at rest. So this violates first law of motion. After T1, momentum changes uniformly. After T1, what is happening over here is that at this particular zone, the force is constant, guys. In this particular zone, force is constant. Force is mass into acceleration. So that means this is constant. That means acceleration is constant. That means, okay, I don't even have to do that actually. I can just say by Newton's second law, rate of change of momentum dp by dt is constant. That means the momentum rate of change is constant. So momentum changes uniformly. Momentum is changing at a constant rate. Hence, option C will be correct. But still, for our clarity, let's also check the last option. After T1, acceleration is 0. What nonsense. Guys, the force value is there. Force is not 0. So therefore, acceleration is not 0. So guys, acceleration is 0 is definitely wrong. So many of you got the wrong answer. I see Benedict giving the correct answer. Yep, C is the correct answer. Yes, very good, Benedict. Awesomeness, awesomeness. Creator can't understand concepts clearly. Okay, I'll tell you, simple. Creator, I have a beautiful course called as the H.C. Verma short answer course. Concepts from the basics. Easy questions. Looks easy actually, but not so easy. So watch that, number one. Number two, my derivation course. All the derivations, all the chapters, very important from JEE perspective, clears all the concepts in your head. Because you don't watch derivations now, that's when you face problem. Number two. Number three, what you should do, start from simple problems, go to hard problems. See a teacher doing it. Watch my nurture playlist, watch my Pathfinder playlist, whatever you want to watch, you have time. Skip some things if you know it already, or you want to watch it in fast forward, watch it at 1.5x, no problem guys. But watch it, you have time. Okay, JEE is far away. I mean, it's going to be in April only. So you have time, whatever chapters you can do, watch it. Trust me, you will have a significant improvement. Or else later on what will happen, you will be like, sir, now little time is there, what can I do? Not much. Now you still have time. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next one coming up on your screen, option C, correcto. We have an observer moving towards a stationary source, sound of frequency n. The apparent frequency is 2n, twice the original. Sound speed is 332. What is the speed of the observer? Draw the diagram, you will get it. Fluid mechanics is feeling tough. Fluid mechanics. Have you watched my lectures, JEE Advanced? Okay. Or is JEE Mains question tough or JEE Advanced question tough? Also, that's the second point. And I mean, see, viscosity can't be tough. Even I think fluid dynamics also can't be tough. I don't know. This is what I'm guessing. Either fluid statics is tough or surface tension is tough. That's what I usually get from students. So if something is very specific, you can leave a comment. I will definitely reply to you. Why are you sorry for me, vampire? Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I am feeling sorry for those students who are not attending. I am very happy. Even if I have one student, no. Even if that one student, because of this lecture, gets into IIT, I have changed his life. I have changed his family. I have changed his entire neighborhood. Think of it that way. है ना? One student also matters, guys. So many coaching institutes think, I have thousands of students. I have All India rank 1. So for me, All India rank 1 does not matter so much. Okay, fine, All India rank 1, great, very good. I'm very proud, obviously, it's commendable. But imagine a student who was getting 1 lakh rank and somehow he gets 5,000 rank or 2,000 rank. Yeah, it's marvelous, na? 1 lakh rank, where is it? And where is 2,000 rank or 5,000 or 4,000 rank? He will definitely get into NIT, maybe even IIT also. So that's a change which matters to me a lot. And that's what I will always try to do on this channel. So guys, in this question, many of you have started commenting. I'm very good, Aditya Ashwardhan. Let's try to solve it by first drawing the diagram. We have an observer moving, running towards the stationary source. So the observer is running with speed v. This is your source emitting that sound of frequency n. So as per the Doppler effect equation, the apparent frequency is the original frequency, speed of sound, plus minus, speed of detector or observer upon speed of source. Here apparent frequency is 2n, original frequency is n, speed of sound, I'll just put it as c, source is not moving, so do not touch the denominator. The detector is moving or the observer is moving with speed v. it's going closer, so frequency should increase, so increase the numerator. That's it. N cancels, so this will become 2c is equal to c plus v. C bring it here, so c will be equal to v, so therefore v is equal to 332 meters per second. Same as the speed of sound. Same as the speed of sound. Yeah, 332 guys. Crazy. Okay, sir, I joined. Oh, you know what, JEE Advanced? For a moment, you know, from here I read, sir, I joined the cockroach batch and I love your teaching. I got scared. So, which is this cockroach batch? Now I'm seeing it's a cockroach batch. Okay, but some other teacher is teaching, but it's okay. No problem, JEE Advanced. I mean, all the teachers are amazing at Vedantu. It doesn't matter. Okay, you have me here. In fact, it's good to have two inputs. That teacher will give you something else. I will be giving you something else. The combination will work fabulous. But don't watch many teachers now. Okay, don't say, sir told many teachers, I'll watch many teachers. Two teachers, more than enough, guys. Okay, moving on to the next question on your screen. A 4-meter long wire of resistance 8 ohms is connected in series with battery of EMF 2 volts, resistor 7 ohms, internal resistance 1 ohm. What is the potential gradient along the wire? Okay, now this question without diagram, again you might make many silly mistakes. So again, let's stick to diagrams. So first of all, there is a long wire of resistance 8 ohm. Okay, so this wire, which is how many meters long? 4 meters long. And this has how many ohms? This has 8 ohms. This is basically 8 ohms. It is connected with a battery in series, 2 volts, resistor, 7 ohms. Okay, it is connected to a battery with an external resistance of 7 ohms. The battery's voltage is 2 volts. Internal resistance of the battery is also given. Internal resistance of the battery is also given to be 1 ohm. Excellent. Now what will happen because of all of this is the current will start flowing, correct? Current will start flowing like this. Okay. Once the current starts flowing, there will be a voltage set up across this. There will be a voltage set up across this. So the voltage per unit length is the voltage gradient or potential gradient. Zozo, to remember all concepts, simple, practice. Practice so much that you will not forget. First time you will forget, second time you will forget, third time you will forget. Why do I remember? See, I would not be teaching, I would have forgotten this. Obviously, you ask your parents who is IITian also maybe, or some neighbor, an IITian uncle, do you think he will remember this? No. But he is into some other field. He remembers whatever job he is doing. Maybe he is into coding, maybe he is a mechanical engineer. He knows all that. Why will you forget? Because you are not in touch. So you should be in touch with the subject. That's when you remember. Okay. So now, first find the current. Current is the voltage divided by the sum of all the resistances. Voltage is 2. Resistances are 8, 7 and 1. So that is 2 by 16, which is basically 1 by 8 amperes. So that is your current. Fair enough? Now, the question is potential gradient. So first thing, obviously find the voltage. The voltage will be IR. I is 1 by 8. Resistance 8. Interesting. So it is just 1 volt. So the last step, voltage gradient or potential gradient, whatever you want to call it, is nothing but the voltage upon the length. The voltage is 1 volt. The length is 4 meter. So 1 by 4 volts per meter. In this case, it's in decimals, so it's 0.25 volts per meter. That is the answer. That is the answer. Yes, Zozo, very good. I'm proud of you giving all the answers correctly. Ashwin, if you're not able to do sums, watch my classes. See a teacher doing it. Then, if you want, after the class, try to do the same problem. Are you able to do it? After watching the lecture, if you're not, see what went wrong. Number 1. Number 2, after that, what you do solved examples in your books. Maybe Tattva, Coaching, HC Verma, whatever. Number 3, start with easy problems, Lallu problem, basic, direct questions, then scale up and then go to PYQ. Do these 3 things. Yeah, you will be getting PDF after the session is over, on the Telegram channel, of course. In the figure shown, the relation between the acceleration. Now, pretty much standard question, but I am going to show you in a very beautiful manner. Yeah, in fact, Vampire also suggested a very beautiful way, but some students might not be able to write and see and watch and think simultaneously. So if you are able to do all that, beautiful. Keep making notes as you are watching the class. If not, it's okay. You can watch it later on again, or you can maybe record, you're watching the recording by pausing it again and again. That's also fine, no problems. Class for tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. My classes are at same time, 7 o'clock, guys, always. Here is what I'm going to do. One way is using derivatives by marking the lengths x1, x2, x3 and taking derivatives, length is constant. Crazy method, I won't like it. Second way is visualization. Again, it's very good, very quick, not much to do, but chances of silly mistake, not visualizing correctly are always there. Third method is the net work done by tension is always 0. What is it? The net work done by tension, is always 0 because the string doesn't store energy. Reason is it is a rigid string, not like that, but it is flexible that way. It is not inextensible. So it is inextensible, so you cannot extend it, or you cannot change the length. So that's why it is not elastic in nature. That's the reason why it cannot store any kind of elastic potential energy. So that's why the total work done will be 0. It cannot do work, nor can work be done on it, because there is nothing to store or being done by it. So now over here, what I would say is that there is tension T, the same wire goes here, there is tension T, the same wire doubles up over here, so there is a tension of how much? 2T over here. Is that right? Great. Now just assume M1 moves by x1, M2 moves by x2, M3 moves by x3. So work done by tension over here will be T into x1. Force into displacement is the work. Okay. Here what is the work? Plus T into x2. Force into displacement is the work. Here what is the work? Force and displacement opposite. So first of all negative. Force is 2T, displacement is x3. Total work done is 0. T gone. So x1 plus x2 minus 2x3 is equal to 0. Differentiating it twice, I'll be getting a1 plus a2 minus 2a3 is equal to 0, which is this option, I guess. Option B, done. Excellent. So isn't this method very simple? I feel many times you can use this method where the net work done by tension is 0 because the string is inextensible, so you cannot change the length, so it cannot store energy, so no work can be done. Calculate the work by showing the tension at all the end points wherever the string is movable. See the displacements, mark them, and be careful with the signs, which is positive, which is negative, based on the sign convention of work. That's all, guys. That's all. Moving on to the next question on your screen now. How can we take all tensions equal? Very good question, Benedict. When the string is same, tension is same. Remember this. Doesn't matter how it is wound, around how many pulleys. Notice the string is the same. Same string. Here, whenever you have a pulley like this, then understand if there is a string wrapped over it over here, if this is T, from the center, whatever string will go, that will have a tension of 2T. If this is T, this will have 2T. Double it up. That's how it is. Eklavya exam on 20th. What is the derivative method, Zozo? Basically, you mark fixed lengths. I think I have conducted a beautiful class. You can just do one thing. Okay, okay. See over here inside the channel only. I think you can do that. Yep. In the channel only. Is there a search button? Okay, I think I'm logged in as the admin account, so maybe that's why I'm not getting that button. But I think there is a there it is. Just search over here for constrained motion. Okay, just do that and let's see what happens. Wow, what just happened? I'm not sure what happened, but it should have worked. Okay, basically when you search over here, right, you will get one lecture on constraint motion. Just watch that. You will be able to basically understand all the different methods: visualization method, work done method, and derivative method. Yeah, will you do that? Okay, understood? Is that okay, Zozo? Just watch that. It's a beautiful class. Okay. Great. Let's move on to the next question coming up on your screen. Here it is 10 gram of ice mixed with 100 gram of water. What is the final temperature? You can see all the temperatures are above zero. That means the ice has definitely melted. So think what has happened over here is that the 10 gram of ice which is at 0 degrees Celsius would first melt into 10 gram water at 0 degrees Celsius. Then it gets heated up into 10 gram water at some common temperature T degrees Celsius. While this is happening, the exact reverse process is also happening. This 100 gram water, which is there, which is at 50 degrees Celsius, that one is cooling down. It is cooling down into 100 grams of water again at T degrees Celsius. So this basically is the common temperature. So this loses heat, this gains heat. This melts and heats up. This is providing that. Finally, this is the equilibrium. This is your equilibrium, right? So heat lost is heat gained. That's all you have to do. So the gain part will be ml, I mean mass is 10 grams, into latent heat is I think 80, plus here mc delta t. When you melt, you use ml formula. When you heat it, you use mc delta t formula. So mass is 10, specific heat capacity 1, temperature difference T minus 0 as it is. Here on the other side, you are losing it. So the formula that you have to use is mc delta t. Mass is 100, C is 1. For water, 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade, correcto? Okay, temperature difference 50 minus T. Why not T minus 50? Why not T minus 50? Think about it. Because 50 is higher, T is smaller. So you have to, if LHS is positive, RHS should also be positive. Else everything will go wrong. Without heat of fusion, how to solve it? I think you should remember it, Zozo. 80 calories per gram is the latent heat of fusion for ice to water. That's standard. And 540 is for converting water to steam or condensation. Again, standard. So I think you should know that, these two values. So these are, these values you should know, guys. Okay, some of you are like, sir, where did you know this? So latent heat of fusion is 80 calories per gram. I know it was not given. Latent heat of vaporization is 540 calories per gram. Please remember these values. Okay, if your teacher had not told you, I am telling you. Okay, you have to remember these values only, that's all. Okay, is that okay, Karthik and everything? Very good, Vampire 127, always greater minus smaller. Yeah, very good, excellent. And you should, and some of you will be like, sir, what is this one? Let me tell you that also. This one also you should know. That is the definition of calorie, in fact. So this is specific heat capacity of water is 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. That's standard. So now you just have to solve this and I think you will get the final answer. This will be basically 800 plus 10T is equal to this is 5000, okay, minus 100T. I think few of the zeros will also cancel, like this 0, this 0, this 0 and this 0. Great. So bring this 10T over here. So 10T plus T is equal to 500 minus this 80, which is 420. This will become 11T. So T will be 420 by 11. Just check it out, 420 by 11. How much is it coming out to be? First attempt will not happen in January, Shivam. I have already made some videos on that. Yes, 38.2. Just please check my video. GE attempt will not happen in January. I have mentioned that and everything is made very clear. So yes, 38.2 degrees Celsius. Just check it out if it is correct. Okay, moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Here it is, 38.1. Yeah, all right. You approximated to 1, 2 or 2. All right. Hello, original nature sound. Welcome, bacha. A simple pendulum with a solid bob has a period T. Period of oscillation. Everybody knows simple harmonic motion. Time period is 2 pi under root L by G. Standard formula. Time period is 2 pi under root L by G. I think this might be needed. I'm just writing it down. Now the bob is immersed in water, or sorry, a liquid. Density is 1/10 of the metal, and now the period of the same pendulum in that liquid will be how much? Okay, I'll tell you what. When it is in air and it oscillates, then the only pull on it is mg. Only pull on it is mg apart from the tension which is there inside of it. The gravitational pull is mg. Okay. Now the moment you take the same thing and you immerse it in a liquid, the time period is changing. Why is the time period changing? Let me tell you that. First of all, understand the surrounding liquid which is there around it, that will apply a kind of a buoyant force on it. So if you visualize the free body diagram of this mass, okay, apart from the mg force, there is this small buoyant force which will come, because of which the net weight or the apparent weight in that liquid will be mg minus the buoyant force, which is density of the liquid into volume into g. So it will be minus rho v into g. Is that fine till here? Very good. Yes, Beyonce. No, not Beyonce, guys. It's going to be buoyancy. Oh my gosh. Looks like you guys are watching a lot of reality shows or maybe following American TVs. Okay. Beyonce, it's called buoyant force, guys. Very nice. Very good. Mock test is actually a test, or sir is actually solving questions, comedy and gaming with Naveen. Okay. First of all, you change your name, bacha. Hai na? Become serious about JEE, number one. Number two, mock test is actually a test which students give in a live class over here. So YouTube mock test is something where you see the question, you are solving with the sir. You can even watch it recorded if you want, no problem. But when you solve it with the sir, okay, or the teacher, what happens is that you understand a lot of things. It's like problem solving plus testing your skills as well. You can actually make it like a mock test as well. It's up to you. Okay. So let's have a look. Now what will happen is the apparent weight, right? Apparent weight mg minus density of the liquid. Volume is, think about it. If density of the solid is sigma, it is m by volume. So volume will be mass upon density of the solid. This is completely for the solid. Please understand that. The solid or that bob which is immersed. So I'm just going to put volume as mass by the density and the rest of the things as it is. So this will become mg minus density of liquid and density of solid. Clearly mentioned, liquid having density 1/10 of the solid. Rho is 1/10 of sigma. So I think I should put 1/10 over here, and that is salt, and this is m into g. Mg minus 1/10 mg is 9/10 mg. So that is your apparent weight. You can think of it this way, that your g is no longer g. The apparent g has become 9/10 of g. Okay, the weight has become 9/10. So g has also changed apparently by 9/10, and that is going to give you the final answer. So the new time period will be 2 pi under root L by g won't be g, it will be 9/10 times of g. You can just write it in a much more beautiful way like this: 2 pi root of L by g. 9 stays below, 10 goes on the top. So 10 goes on the top, 9 stays below. 2 pi root L by g. 2 pi root L by g, what is it? It is the time period. So this is the time period. Rest of the things as it is. So the new time period, this is 2 pi root L by g. 2 pi root L by g, that's the old time period. So new time period is old time period, root of 10 by 9 or 10 by 3. Root of 10 by 3. Where is it? Option B. Done, done, done. Very good. Very good, Mansi Berson, Vampire. Very good, Shagun, Mari. Awesome. Target IIT JEE aspirant saw the community post and came to say thank you for making advanced question solving session per week as per our request. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, Target, I'm going to come up with a session tomorrow of 5 killer questions on waves and oscillations. Just waves and oscillations, 5 killer questions. It's not going to be like I'm solving one question in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Beautiful, questions which will, involve a lot of thinking, critical thinking, and then we'll come to the solution and final answer. Shagun Bhati, Niku Gujrar, I'm very good, bacha. I hope you guys are doing great too. NEET aspirants are also here. Very good. You guys are always welcome, guys. Anytime. Oh my God, $1 million question, guys. I think every time somebody asks me, when is JEE Mains attempt, I think you should donate, first of all, some 5 rupees or 10 rupees. Even if you donate 5 rupees, 10 rupees, that's okay. Trust me, I think this channel will become like a millionaire. Because that is a common question. Everybody. Conical pendulum equation, I think I have taught it in the circular motion nurture series. Please watch that. I have explained everything. Angular speed, what is the angle which it makes, what is the tension that is there, everything mentioned. Yep. So moving on to the next one, calculate the limit of resolution of a telescope. Objective having diameter of so and so, and it has to detect light of wavelength 500 nanometers. So that is the question, guys. Let's see how many of you can remember the formula. The limit of resolution. The resolution limit is nothing but 1.22 times the lambda divided by the diameter. So 1.22 lambda is the wavelength, which is 500 nano is 10 to the power minus 9, whole thing divided by diameter, which is 200. I think this was centimeter, guys. Centimeter was there. So I think that M is missing. So 200 centimeter is 2 meter. See, 200 centimeter is obviously 2 meters. So that's directly put over here. 1.22 divided by 2 is 0.61 into 5 into 10 to the power 2 into 10 to the power minus 9. Why I did this? Because I can shift 2 decimals. I can swallow this 10 to the power 2. So this will become 61 into 5 into 10 to the power minus 9. 61 into 5, 6 5s are 300, 1 5s are 5, 300 plus 5, 305. So 305 into 10 to the power minus 9. This is going to be in radians, if I'm not wrong. Resolution limit for telescopes is in radians. Yep. Where is it? 305 into 10 to the power minus 9. Option D, done. Awesome. I see all Nurture and Pathfinder series. I'm so happy about it. World of Nosy. Okay. Guys, how do you pick up all these names? Are these like cartoons or what? Maybe I'm very out of touch of cartoons or this series that you watch maybe. Maybe I should get to know where do you get such names? Yeah, I think I should watch, because whenever we have to think of a series name, I break my head and I think of some, maybe not so very relevant name to for all of you. Maybe I'm thinking very old. You should definitely suggest us with all the amazing names that you guys have. I'm pretty sure all the next series now we should probably ask you guys only. You will come up with the best of the best names ever. Okay. So short tricks also, Mansi. Yes, as the exams approach, definitely. Okay. In an interface experiment, the ratio of amplitudes of coherent waves is this much. The ratio of maximum and minimum intensity of the fringes will be. Nobody knows, world of joy, what is the Ekalavya qualifying marks, because it completely depends on the difficulty, attendance, and the seats which are available. Completely dependent on that. So let's try to do this question. Amplitudes is given, intensity maximum and minimum ratio is asked. So what is the ratio of max to min? Max intensity is root I1 plus root I2. And minimum intensity is root I1, sorry, this is square. And minimum intensity is root I1 minus root I2 whole square. Is that right? This is the formula. But I don't know the individual intensities. But I know the individual amplitudes. Think about it, amplitude ratio is 1:3. And we know that intensity is proportional to the square of the amplitude. Therefore, intensity ratio will be 1:9. Everybody, that means if one intensity is I, other intensity will be 9 times of I by 9 or I 9I, whichever you want to use. Excellent. Very nice. Yeah, root of I1 plus I2 whole square. Root I1 plus root I2, sorry. Not root of I1 plus I2. Be little careful, Vampire 127. I don't know whether maybe it was a typing error or something. Hello Sunil, welcome bacha. Marimuthu, hello, is there anyone? Concentrate bacha on the class. Got it, Shagun? Very nice. Now just substitute everything over here, my warriors. So root of I1, so I'll put root of 9i plus root of I2, I'll put root of I whole square divided by root of 9i minus root of I and the whole square. What will happen? Root of 9i. Okay, first of all, this I gone. Cancel. No, why do you want to deal with it? I is there on the top, I is there at the bottom, same dimensions. Just cancel it off. Why break your heads? Okay. Root of 9, 3. Root of 1, 1 whole square upon root of 9, 3. Root of 1, 1 whole square. 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. And 3 minus 1, 2 whole square, which is 2 square, which is 4. So hence the maximum to minimum intensity is option A, which is 4. Yes, Bhanu Teja, correcto, amazingo, moving on. Got it? Yes, Shagun, yes, Harsha, very nice, very nice. Proud of you guys, proud of you, Reshwant. And guys, are you keeping a track? I saw many students are not comfortable sharing the marks on the chats. Perfectly fine, but I hope you guys are making a note of it somewhere. If you lose track, no point. See, I don't want your total marks. I just want percentage. Out of how many ever questions we are doing, you know, what is the percentage of marks that you're getting? Because the marks of the paper is also like 100 per subject, right? Physics, chemistry, maths, 100, 100, 100. So I just want the percentage. So that gives you an, approximate idea of where you are heading towards. Keep it with you if you don't want to share. It's perfectly fine. Moving on to the next question. Carbon, silicon, germanium have 4 valence electrons. Yes, many of you would have thought about this question also. At room temperature, which of the following statement is most appropriate? Most number of free electrons for conduction is significant only in silicon and germanium but small in carbon. Number of free conduction electrons is significant in carbon but small in silicon and germanium. Number of free conduction electrons is negligible in all the 3, okay, and the number of free electrons for conduction is significant in all the 3. Interesting. Okay, am I right? Yes, very good, thank you for agreeing. Let's see how many of you can figure this out. Carbon, silicon, germanium, all 3 have 4 valence electrons. Why is it that silicon and germanium are semiconductors but carbon is not a semiconductor? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about it? Well, original nature sound, I don't know your name is Yash. So guys, please at least put bracket mein Yash, just like Shagun Bhatti has put Niku in the bracket. At least I know it's what's the name. So you can put a name in the bracket because it becomes very difficult after a point of time to remember all the pseudo names that you have and the real names. Carbon, silicon, guys, the answer is A. The reason is the conduction electrons are more significant in germanium and silicon. Understand this concept very well. Only in silicon and germanium, they are basically your semiconductors. They are basically your semiconductors. So what happens is when you have these bands, okay, you have this, conduction band, you have this valence band, okay. So many of these electrons which are there from the valence band, they have to cross this energy band gap and jump over here to conduct electricity. Those electrons, when they are present, only then they participate in the conduction and hence the electricity. That is there only in silicon and germanium, but it is so small or insignificant because of the band gap between them. That's why carbon does not act like a very good semiconductor. Is that okay? Lemon squeezy. Moving on to the next one. Yep. No, it's not because it uses all the electrons for covalent. Even germanium uses. See, the vampire, that is the wrong concept. See, understand. Even germanium makes 4 covalent bonds. Even silicon makes 4 covalent bonds. Whether you dope it or whether you don't dope it. The problem is not the bonds. The problem is the electrons reaching the conduction band. The electrons are not able to reach the conduction band. That is the problem in carbon. When the bonds break in germanium, That's when the electrons enter conduction band, and that's when it is available as a free electron. In carbon, it's very difficult to break that bond. That is the problem. Okay. A paramagnetic material has these many atoms. Susceptibility is this much. Susceptibility is how much at this? I think this is based on a very famous law. Can you name me the scientist? Yes, it is based on the electron reaching. Yes, Niku. So, can you name me the scientist on which this particular problem is based? Let's say who can give it first. Who can give this answer first? This is based on a particular law. It's in the chapter of permanent magnets, magnetic properties of substances. Very good, Mari Muthu. And your name also, when you say together, Marie Curie. Yeah, no, not Ampere, it's Curie. Yeah, Marie Curie. The first one to give was also Marie. I mean, in the chat box. Yeah, it is called as the Curie's law. Correct. This is based on the Curie's law. Once you identify, you'll realize susceptibility is inversely proportional to temperature. So susceptibility 2 by susceptibility 1 is temperature 1 by temperature 2. Susceptibility 2, I do not know. Susceptibility 1 is 2.8 into 10 to the power minus 4. Temperature 1, first time temperature is 300. Second time the temperature is 350. Okay, let's see what happens over here. 0, 0 goes divided by 5, divided by 5, divided by 5 is 6, divided by 5 is 7. Interesting. So I will write down susceptibility 2 as, take this guy on the other side, 2.8 into 10 to the power, what is it, minus 4 into 6 divided by 7. I think I can cancel a few more over here. 7 goes with 28, 4 times, so 0.4. So I think I am left with the final answer or close to it. 0.4 into 6 is 2.4, correct? 6 4s are 24, so 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 4. That is your susceptibility in the second case. A. Yes, it is A. Perfecto. Amazingo. That's how simple these questions are. Okay, so moving on. Oh wow, we have reached the last question. Oh my god. So the mock test is over, and I'm going to conduct a Killer 5 series tomorrow. First Killer 5 for your JEE Advanced 2023, 2024, whichever students want to watch it. If you have completed waves and oscillations, definitely a must watch session. And those students who want to learn from me, I'm teaching in the crash course, the JEE English crash course, along with Shimon sir, your favorite Wasim sir, all the favorite teachers for all your favorite subjects are there in the crash course. So go ahead, join the crash course and learn from us in English medium. And last year, if you have produced 2688 results, rather, I don't want to call them as results, I want to call them as stories. If there were 2688 stories which were made, if there were 2688 students who went into IITs from Vedantu alone, next year it's going to be larger, and one of them can be you. So guys, go ahead, check out the link which is there in the description box. Make sure you join as soon as possible. And it's not just the crash, it's the other things that you get in the crash course, like test series, assignments, mock tests, all India rank, revisions, all right, all the report cards, all the doubt solving facilities, all the recordings of the previous classes, so many things that you get, the short notes, the material, assignments. So all these things matter. So I hope you guys had a great time today. And which time? Tomorrow 7 o'clock, Vampire and others. 7 o'clock. Always Shreyas Sir, Physics Captain at 7 o'clock on JEE Enlite, your English JEE channel. Yes. Okay. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye, Siva. Bye bye, Padmaraj, Siva, Vampire, Shagun, Ravi, Mari. Take care, AP Gamer. Bye bye, Reshwant, Harsha. Have a great time and keep working hard. Do not lose hope. Shreyas Sir is here. I'm going to make your physics right. We have to target 90 plus in JEE Mains, no matter where you are. How bad or good your preparation is, we have to target 90 plus in JEE Mains physics, okay? And then obviously JEE Advanced, we are conducting the series, of course. We have to ensure that you get a seat in IIT, no matter what, in 2023. That's it from my side. Bye bye, hasta la vista, take care. Signing off, Shreyas.